If you want to grow your YouTube channel, and especially if you want to grow your YouTube channel from 0 subscribers and you've never had an audience anywhere before, you weren't popular in high school, you didn't have a big Instagram following or a TikTok following that could give you that boost when you start your YouTube channel that other people don't get. If you're like me and you are starting from absolute scratch, the most important thing that you will do in starting your YouTube channel is develop the abundance mentality. You need to develop the abundance mentality because if you don't develop the abundance mentality, you are going to sabotage your own opportunities. You're going to talk yourself out of making that viral hit, and you're never going to gain any traction because of it. And then you're going to want a refund because you're going to think that I'm not giving you the right information. But truthfully, if you don't develop the abundance mentality, there's no such thing as the right information. Because even if I handed you a channel with 100,000 subscribers, you would find a way to fuck it up. So, bearing that in mind, how do you go about developing the abundance mentality? Well, it's all about shifting your perspective. So right now, if you have limiting beliefs surrounding your ability to garner an audience of people who actually want to watch you, because this is a very big limiting belief for a lot of smaller and newer content creators. I know I myself went through this. If you have that particular limiting belief or any limiting belief similar to it, you need to look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. There are 2 billion daily users on YouTube. 2 billion. Okay, I have 100,000 subscribers. Actually, as I'm filming this, I have 165,000 subscribers. And that sounds like a lot of people until you realize that there are 2 billion people on the platform. I don't have the percentage off the top of my head, but that is a very small percentage. Most people on YouTube do not know who I am. Most of those 2 billion people have never heard of me or seen me. I can still walk around in my day-to-day life and people don't recognize me. So understand that having 100,000, 250,000, even 1 million subscribers is really not that much. It's really not that much, and even with 1 million subscribers, you'll probably be able to walk around in your day-to-day life without being recognized. You might have a niche audience of people where every time you go to a specific kind of place, people recognize you, but you'll still be able to go around to the grocery stores and the malls and things like that, and people won't recognize you. 100,000 people is not a lot of people, but on the flip side of that, even if you're getting 5 views per video, that's actually still a lot of people. And I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but again, it's all about your mentality. So whatever serves you best at your stage of growth, operate based on that understanding. Because a lot of people, they get salty when they're getting 20 views per video, but if you put them in a room with 20 people and you ask them to make that same video in front of those 20 people, they would fold. They would instantly fold. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. 20 people is a lot of people. 1 person is a lot of people if you can make an impact on that 1 person's life. And if you can do that, I can guarantee you that that 1 person will turn into 2, 2 will turn into 4, 4 will turn into 8, and it'll keep going until you have one of these with your name on it. You need to understand that there are a lot of people in this world, but each person is also worth a lot. And if you can walk that fine line, if you can understand that balance when creating your content, then you will have the foundation for the abundance mentality. Now, from a creator standpoint, another mistake that a lot of creators make, especially newer creators, is they think in terms of competition and mutual exclusivity. And a lot of these people come from probably business backgrounds where things are mutually exclusive. There's only enough room in the market for 1 person. But I want you to really think about this. If you watch YouTube, which you clearly have seen my channel in the past, so you must have watched YouTube at some point in your life, even if you don't right now. But at any point in your life, when you've watched YouTube, how many content creators were you watching? And furthermore, how many were you watching within the same niche, within the same genre? It's very rare that you'll only watch 1 person from a specific niche. Very rare, exceedingly rare. If you do, you are the exception, not the rule. Because most people, in the same way that they don't just listen to one rapper, they listen to multiple rappers. They also don't just watch one YouTuber. They watch multiple YouTubers. There is enough viewership to go around. Don't allow yourself to fall into that scarcity mindset of that person's taking my views. They are not taking your views, because people can watch their video and yours and enjoy both of them equally well. You're not in competition with anyone, because again, you're building a personal brand. A personal brand. If you're being yourself, nobody can be a better version of you than you can be. So even if you are going to approach YouTube from a competitive standpoint, because some people just cannot for the life of them get that competitive spirit out of them, at the very least, reframe the competition to be a competition with yourself. How good can I portray myself? How authentic can I be? How can I create my own lane that nobody else can walk in except for me? And when you do that, when you focus on being unique, there can be no competition, because there's only one you. And anybody who tries to be like you will only ever be a second-rate version of you. Now, another thing that you need to understand when it comes to developing the abundance mentality is YouTube wants to promote you. YouTube wants to promote you. It is in the business's best interest to promote your content. Why? Because YouTube as a platform wants to keep people on the platform for as long as possible. So by promoting your content, they are getting people to stay on the platform for as long as possible. Now, if your content isn't good, which in the beginning it likely will not be good, then of course people aren't going to want to watch your content, and they're not going to stay on the platform for as long. And this will show in the analytics that we'll talk about later on in the program. And YouTube will no longer promote your videos until you find a way to get people to stay on the platform for longer via your content. And furthermore, especially once you get monetized, when you make money from ads, YouTube makes money from those same ads. And we'll talk more about the monetization structure later on in the program with the technical components. But again, none of that matters if you don't develop the abundance mentality and understand that YouTube is not working against you. YouTube does not have a thing against small content creators. YouTube wants everybody on the platform to thrive. It wants everyone on the platform to thrive, but you are in control. You have sole discretion over if you will utilize that advantage to your benefit, if you will create content that people actually want to watch and keep people on the platform for long enough to incentivize YouTube to promote your videos. So that was just one out of 191 exclusive videos in my coaching program. If you want to unlock the rest of those videos and attend weekly coaching sessions with yours truly, then be sure to click the link in the description so that you can get your dream body, get your dream girlfriend, and make freedom your lifestyle.